Greetings, I'm DonTheCrown, and welcome to Lacerate vs. Endgame. This is the first video in a series where I intend to take on the endgame with different attack skills. This video goes with my recent build guide, Hack of All Trades, Dual Wield Impale. So if you haven't seen that yet, head over there now and give it a watch. The link is also listed below. This is more of a skill review. I'll go over some different support gem combinations and things that I found important while playing around with the skill itself. Comment down below what you want to see more of and what skills in particular you're excited for. I wanted to start with Lacerate because it's a skill that I really enjoyed, even though it hasn't received much praise this league. A common complaint is that Lacerate is too slow and unwieldy. I'm able to avoid this by using Blitz and Rite of Ruin while dual wielding foils on the Berserker, and the attack speed is quite intense. Since I'm running an Impale build, of course I use the Impale support to increase the chance to Impale and to add Impale effect. I use Brutality because it's a great damage booster, and its only downside of only doing physical damage is negated by only focusing on physical damage for Impale. I find Fortify to be really nice for tough content such as Uber Elder or Tier 16 maps. Multi-strike, while a staple if you want more attack speed, is probably unnecessary. You can attack extremely fast with multi-strike, however, I generally didn't use it and chose other support gems instead. And for the final supports, Pulverize, Increased Area Effect, and Concentrate Effect can be useful based off what link colors you have and what types of content you're looking to take on. I lean more towards Increased Area Effect. I really enjoyed how much coverage you can get with both Pulverized and Increased Area Effect, but honestly, just Increased Area should be enough. The Sand Stance AoE makes it feel like you're playing Reeve, but you don't have to worry about keeping your stacks up. Blood Stance is kinda disappointing. You only gain additional chance to bleed and more damage of bleeding from the skill, which doesn't help a traditional hit damage build at all. However, switching stances does boost the damage a bunch due to Flesh and Stone maiming nearby enemies and Blood and Sand providing more damage. So if you need a bit of a boost, you can switch to Blood Stance, but sitting in Sand Stance the entire time is fine as well. Then Sand Stance is really good for this skill. You want to at least have Blood and Sand or a gem to allow you to switch into Sand Stance. Flesh and Blood, Pride, and Dread Banner are all good as well. The one downside to Lacerate is its high mana cost, which is nearly 40 mana on a 6th link. With lots of attack speed, I go through a lot of mana in a short time, so I'm using 2 minus mana cost rings, one of them with double minus cost, and a minus 15 mana cost chest. You can find out more about the complete setup on the build guide linked in the description. Overall, I feel like this skill was strong for clearing maps and legions, and the single target damage was pretty good as well. One of its biggest strengths in single target is that you can stay back a bit farther than other melee skills, because you're basically full screening. The MTX for this is great, and really helps with the visibility of the Blood Stance attack, which is somewhat hard to see otherwise. I kinda wish this skill was a bit faster and cheaper as a baseline, because having to go full-blown minus cost is somewhat silly to make the skill feel good. This would also open it up to slower ascendancies than just Berserker. That's it for my commentary, but there's a lot more footage, so I'm going to turn up the music, and I hope you enjoy the rest. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of this format, and you can catch me live at twitch.tv/DonTheCrown. Thank you very much. And that's that. Lacerate seems pretty good. If the blood stance does seem a little bit too weak. Sand stance seems totally fine. Mat clearing seems totally fine. Bossing seems okay. And overall, just a solid skill right now. Definitely very similar to like a Reeve in terms of feel and when you're map clearing. However, you don't have to worry about keeping your stacks up, which to me is just such a pain in the butt when you're playing Reeve, especially keeping like Vol Reeve going. But yeah.